Mic check, 1, 2. Mic check, 1, 2. Folks, we're here at game 2, still having some issues with our scoreboard. Apologize for that. This is game 2 live. We got a different camera angle this game. Our camera main is on a wide shot because, well, we basically just can't keep the thing from moving around. We got some pretty stiff winds working here out at Grapevine today. So we're doing the game here from the right field corner. And Rhino's ahead, 0-2 count. Ah, that's a great pitch right there. I guess it's well, I guess it's 0-2 now. I guess I was behind on the count. Mustangs took the first game, 11-1. Some big timely hitting by the entire lineup. There's strike 3, I think. Nope. Not sure exactly how that one missed. Let's call it 1 ball, 2 strikes. We don't have a good view of in and out. We have a good view of up and down here, and that was right on the knees. So it must have been just off the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ryan Williams, number 34 on the hill. And he paints the knees. That's one of those front knee strikes. Ball hits the plate on the front knee, finishes at the shins on the back. And it's a strikeout for Ryan Williams. Ethan Stake up for Colleyville now. Sammy Kelly's behind the plate catching Ryan today. What a first pitch, man. The dude just throws off speed for a strike. Peyton Tatum is in the lineup at second base. Brent Williams at shortstop. Looks like Luke Schreier over at third base. A foul by Ethan on that pitch. JoJo Kubo, number 18, goes to first base. Center field is Connor Bell. Right field is Brady Lane. Left field's number 23, Taiga Takahashi. Don't know who's DHing for who, if they have that on this particular game. 2 strikes on the batter. Ryan Williams throws one in the dirt. Stake's going to make it down to first easily. It's a good 0-2 pitch. Got to be blocked. Tough to do. Easier said than done, I know. It'll go down to the book as a strikeout and a steal of first. Actually, I'm not sure if it goes down as a steal of first or not. Here's Bauer, number 5, the 3-hole hitter for the Panthers. Stake is at first. A pretty good lead out there. Kubo gives a target to Ryan. I imagine Ryan will throw over at least one time during this series. Stake goes on the first pitch. He's going to be out by a mile. And that was just a good throw by one strike now. Actually, I think the board's wrong. I think we got 1-1. 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. Sammy Kelly threw a 1-hop strike to Brent Lee. There's a foul ball. In foul territory, getting awfully close to the Tradio truck. Let me know how the sound is. Fans, audience. Bauer stands in there, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rhino's going to deuce him, I bet. No, he goes straight across the knees with a fastball. Dang, I don't know where that pitch was. But anyway, it missed. Umpire has a better view than I do. I'm about 180 feet away. Just going to have to bear with us on the camera angle, folks. Well, there's a ball. It's going to be a tough play. Let's see who calls it. Peyton Tatum gets over there from second base and makes the play for the third out of the inning. And number 26 does the damage. Picks up the fly ball. And Panthers go in order. 1, 2, 3 in the first. Ryan Williams starting out strong. After the top half, Panthers 0, Mustangs coming to bat. So we'll give you the wide angle shot from center field in between innings. But we're just going to have to deal with the fact that we got a lower camera and we're running it from the right field line. So I apologize that the views aren't going to be as great as they were last night from Colleyville Heritage. If you missed it, the Mustang varsity beat the Panther varsity 8-3 in the first game of their 2-game series for 2021. And in the first game of the freshman doubleheader today, the Mustang freshmen put 11 runs on the board and walk away with an 11-1 victory after 6 full innings of baseball. Yes, that's where you go. Yeah, that's exactly right. See if you can pick up the pitcher and the batter in the front. Oh, you got it. I see. All right, so we're back on now. Cooper Powell on the hill for the Panthers. Left-hander that until this year was over at Grapevine Faith. And now he's a Colleyville Heritage Panther. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Top of the order for the Mustangs, number 14, Brent Lee. Leadoff for the Mustangs. Powell brings a heat. Left-handed pitcher that can throw hard, has a hard slider. Also has got a changeup. And crafty, just like every one of these left-handers that we face. So this is Brady Lane in the 2-hole spot. Oh, drilled him. Lane's hit by a pitch. Here's Rhino, number 34, on the hill for the Mustangs. Brady Lane shakes it off at first base. Now, Powell's got a pretty good move to first base. Going to have to be smart here. There's a ball on the ground. Is he going to get there? Rhino hustles down the line. Be the second out of the inning. Brady Lane advances to second base. Two balls, one strike on Sammy. Three-two now. Counts full. Runner on second base is Brady Lane. 2 outs. Mustangs trying to scratch here in the bottom of the first against a very good pitcher. And Powell goes up top and takes down Sammy. So Powell hits a guy, but ends up leaving him stranded on the bases. After one complete, Mustangs 0, Panthers 0.
Today's game is presented by Lee Law Firm. Call today with your unique bankruptcy or tax situation. Lee Law Firm. Call 817-265-0123.
All right, so the ball's thrown down to second base. You know what time it is. It's time for live baseball. I'm going to have to turn down this ambient mic. It's clipping too much on the wind. Got to get us some wind covers. Sorry about that. Yes, it's a strike one on number 17. I think this is Noah J batting in the 4-hole spot for the Panthers. Once again, sorry about our camera angles. We got a camera in center field that's elevated, but this wind is playing havoc with our mast. So we decided to stick with just a manually an operated camera down the right field line. That's a lot lower to the ground. That's a great pitch right there. That's a pitcher's pitch, and he got the call from the umpire. That's a front knee fastball. Ended up on the shins on the back half of the plate, but when it crossed the plate, it was at the bottom of the front knee. Looks like Gianni Prisha again. Was really impressed with his hitting in the first game. He kept his hands back on a hard pitch, got the barrel on it, swung inside, nice compact swing, put it out in the left center on one of his hits in game 1. Rhino behind 2-0 to him right here in the top of the second inning in game 2. 1 down. I know you want to see a scoreboard, so do I. But my score bot is having some issues at my provider's location. We're working on it. I apologize. This is like the second or third day in a row that we've had issues with the bot. So we'll figure it out. We'll get it corrected before Friday night. 3 balls, 1 strike now on the batter. 1 out in this inning. Just missed downstairs. Looked like a 3-2 breaking pitch. So that's how much confidence these Mustang pitchers have in themselves. Ability to hit the strike zone. Their defense, keeping the ball low. Kubo at first base gives a target to Rhino. Lead is very modest at first. There's a ball that's drilled. Looks like Bell's going to track it down, and he does. That ball was hit pretty hard in the left center field gap. But you got 2 of the faster kids that I know out there. Center fielder Connor Bell and left fielder Taiga Takahashi. Both of them were on the 4x100 relay at Cross Timbers. And I'm sure if they were running track here on a daily basis, they probably would be on the 4x1 here at GHS as well. Wow, what a pitch. Must have been outside. 2 gone in the inning. Gianni Prisha, number 7 for the Panthers, is on first base after a walk. Rhino throws over to Kubo at first base, and Luke Schreier shows some good third base mechanics, backing up the throw from Kubo when he slings it back to Ryan on the mound. Ball just low. They're going to get this guy. And that's a throw down, and Sammy Kelly nails him. Caught him in no man's land, and when he took 2 steps to the right and Sammy had the ball, he knew he had to make a decision. Kelly drills it down to second base, and they get him out. After 1.5, Panthers 0, Mustangs coming to bat. Tiger's up now for the Mustangs. Cooper Powell on the hill for the Panthers. Leadoff hitter in game 1. That's going to be a tough play. That's going to be a tough play. Tiger can get down the line. Tiger's going to be all the way over to third base. Maybe not. That's going to be tough. I don't know how the scorer is going to score that. That might go down as an infield hit for Tiger. Very fast. The pitcher knew that. Fielded the ball. And had to turn his body all the way around and throw a strike to first base. Tiger takes his yard sale over to the dugout and then heads back to second base because he doesn't need all that gear to run around the bases. Nobody out. This is going to probably be a bunt situation for Schreier, number 22. Nope. Swinging. Coach Mooney's going to run through some more signals here. Schreier, pretty good hands, operates the bat pretty well too. 1 strike on him here. He squares the bunt. Ball bounces by, hits the umpire in the shoulder. Tiger's going to end up on third base. Panther coach heads out there to talk to Cooper and the catcher, checking things out. There's nobody out now. We got a 1-1 count with Tiger on third base. Really good speed on third base here. I know it's early in the game. We're in the bottom of the second, but the first score has an emotional impact in a game like this. It's a big rivalry game. I don't know, the book's open, but I guess Schreier's swinging the stick pretty well. Kept his hands in and drove one up the middle last game. Let's look for the same thing here. Gets a call from the umpire on the inside corner. Schreier backed away like he thought it was inside, but Cooper throws a pitch where it tails back toward the outside on a right-handed batter, so I'm sure where the pitch started and where it ended up was a little bit different in terms of in and out. Great job of, that's a good play by number 17. No, Jay hustles over there. Tough out right there for Schreier. Infield's up for the Panthers. Kubo needs to hit one hard here. Ball's down. 1 ball. I'd say with this win, it looks like the center fielder might be playing up a little tight. But I don't know. I don't know everybody's speed profile out in the outfield actually. So I can't really make that determination. I can tell you that the infield's up on the grass, and we got a 2-0 count, which is a hitter's count. JoJo hits one deep to right field. That's going to be fair. Foul ball. JoJo just missed. Stand-up double and possibly a triple on that one. 2-1 now. Kubo rips one over to left field. It's going to be deep enough to score Tiger, I think. Yes, sir. Kubo with a sac fly to drive in the first run of the game for the Mustangs. 2 outs in the inning, but Mustangs scratch put across one. It's 1-0. Peyton Tatum coming up with nobody on. With Sammy behind the plate, Rhino on the mound. Tatum drops into the lineup at second base. Swings a good bat. Had a big hit against Southlake last Thursday night. Ball's up. Probably has more walks than anybody else on this team. Doing a great job at the plate and in the field. That's going to be a tough play. It's in a spot where it's going to drop. Yep. Peyton hustles down to second base, and he's going to be in with a double. Stake gave it a run, but could not catch up to it. That'll bring up the center fielder for the Mustangs, number 9, Connor Bell. Bell had a double and a home run over the right field fence. 3 RBIs in the last game. Pretty big game. Now he's got a runner on second base with 2 outs. Looking to drive one up the middle. Two balls now to Bell. Number 9 hitter in the lineup, but probably not somebody you want to be behind in the count on. Although Cooper might throw him a breaking pitch here. Two runners on. And they picked off the back runner. Connor Bell, too big of a lead at first base. And that back pick, got to be alert on that. Mustangs have jumped out to a 1-0 lead. And we're in the top of the third. There's a square around bunt. Pulls the bat back. Umpire's going to call it a ball. And we have 1 ball, no strikes. Ryan Williams on the mound for the Mustangs. Sammy Kelly behind the dish. Sammy holds the ball right there, wanting to get that call. Not going to happen, though. 2 balls, no strikes. There's a throw to the shortstop, and they have a guy hung up. And the Mustangs are going to get 2 outs on the play. A bunt to move the runner over. The runner rounded the bag too quickly. And Kubo just comes up and fires a strike as soon as he gets the out at first. And he knows that somebody's going to be on that bag, and they were. So what started out as a runner on with nobody out looks like 2 outs, and the base is empty now. Looks like Austin de Rosario batting. First pitch is a called strike. Second pitch is a called strike. That's it for the Panthers in the top of the third. Mustangs head down to the the top of the order here when we start in the bottom of the third inning. Brent Lee looks at first pitch. Ball. Cooper Powell on the hill for the Panthers. Smart move by Cooper last inning. Back pick on the Mustang runner at first base. Lefty has a good move anyway. Catcher talked about it. I'm sure they called that from the dugout. Two balls now on the top of the order. Leadoff man for the Mustangs. Brent Lee's been on fire all year. Shown some pop in the bat. Shown some speed on the bases. Played very solid in the field, as all these Mustangs have. He's run the count to 3-0. Tight game like this. I'm sure he's looking for the first strike, and that ball's in the dirt. He's going to be at first base. So Brent's a pretty heady base runner. Number 19 handles the bat well. Let's see if Coach Mooney puts a play on here. Brady Lane got hit in the back first time up. Brent with a modest lead at first. And he gets hit again. I just don't understand that one. Now you got runners on first and second with nobody out. I think this will be the time that I hit him on the elbow that time. He didn't hit him in the back. And Brady shakes it off a bit. I'm sure there was nothing intentional about that. Not in a 1-0 game with nobody out. That ball just got away from Cooper. So now the infield fly is in effect, and that's if the ball's hit on the infield, and a infielder, a pop fly, can make the play without any extra effort, or extraordinary effort, I should say. And that protects a situation where a fielder could drop the baseball and turn a double play if the infield fly rule wasn't in place. Pass ball, wild pitch. That ball bounced before it got to the catcher. No need to bunt now. Ryan Williams is going to have a 1-0 count. And he's going to stand in there ready to take a cut. Lane advances to second. Brent Williams, the leadoff man in the inning, is over at third. Panther dugout has the players come up on the edge of the grass. Ryan Williams hit one off the wall in right field in the first game. Got an outside fastball. Got his barrel on it. Left a dent in that green wall in right. Two pitches are elevated. And Ryan is sitting there with a 3-0 count. First pitch was a 54-foot pitch, and these next two have been elevated. That one's up and out. Ryan's going to be at first base. Bases loaded with Mustangs. Nobody working in the Panther pen. Here comes the Panther coach. Going to head out there and have a chat with Cooper Powell. Brings in the infield. Going to try to see if they got any free outs. No. I think the Panther coach was just motioning to the players in the outfield, hey, we don't want you to hit a knee and sit down. First pitch is a strike to Sammy Kelly. No balls, one strike. Sammy's sitting there with the bases full. Last time we saw the bases full, I think, was at Highland Park when he went yard over the Clayton Kershaw sign. See if he can get the barrel on one here. That ball's past the catcher. Brent Lee's going to be in. Another run for the Mustangs. One ball, one strike. The infield is going to stay in on the grass with a runner on third. That's Brady Lane over at third. And Ryan Williams out at second base. Two balls, one strike now for the Mustangs catcher. Three one now on Sammy. Still too much high cut going on for the microphone with the wind, and that ball's in the dirt. Sammy's going to be down at first base. Bases are going to be loaded for number 3, Taiga Takahashi. Number 23, I should say. Still nobody out in the inning. Mustangs on the verge of breaking this one wide open. Infield playing up for the Panthers. Tiger takes the first pitch outside. One ball. Tiger gets hit by the pitch. He'll be down at first base. All the runners advance. So we're in the bottom of the third. Mustangs have put 2 runs across. Luke Schreier batting. Nobody out. Bases full of Mustangs. No balls, 1 strike. Couple of hit batsmen. Some walks. And that's where we are. Takahashi's at first. And Sammy Kelly's at second. On third base is Ryan Williams. Cooper Powell on the hill for the Panthers. At the plate, Luke Schreier. Nobody out in the inning. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mustangs up 3-0. Bottom of the third. Base hit by Schreier is going to bring in 2 runs. Mustangs go up 5-0 here in the bottom of the third. right, we're back with our scoreboard now, folks. I feel a little bit more excited here. And Kubo is going to be coming up with 2 runners on. Schreier's on second, and Taiga Takahashi's on third. Number 11, Cash Lau, is pitching to JoJo, and I know that Cash is one of the guys that hangs out with JoJo and Sammy, Connor and Luke. So these are nice little situation going on here. Mustangs try to squeeze in the first run. Strike 2. Panthers are playing up to cut the run here. 5-0 Mustangs. JoJo could really... JoJo gets around on one. And it is down the line. It's going to be foul. One ball, 2 strikes on the Mustang first baseman, Kubo. Cash Lau got it elevated on Kubo, and I think he fouled it off. Couldn't see that well from here. You'll notice our camera angle's in a different spot here for this game. The wind was just blowing too much. It's died down now. We probably would have been okay after the first couple of innings. But there was a lot of wind here between the games, and we just made the decision the camera was moving too much in right center. So we made the decision to shift over to a stationary camera and operate it over here on the right field line. There's a pass ball that's going to score a run. Kubo has run the count now to 3-2. Mustangs had a run on there. Kubo, ground ball to the second baseman, and he's going to throw over to first and get the first out of the inning. Hard hit ball, but right to the second baseman. Good call by the Panther dugout to be up on the grass. Cut the run off. Otherwise, if he's playing back at normal depth, the run from third base obviously scores. Peyton takes high, ball 1. Peyton in at second base with Sammy behind the plate in this game. Good eye right there, 2-6. Two balls, no strikes. Umpire gave that pitch to Cash. Looked like it could have been a little elevated. Could have gone either way. Umpire's got a better view than I do. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ground ball coming in. They're going to throw it to home plate. And they're going to get Luke Schreier. So Bell steps in. You're going to have to stay focused. I know what it's like to face your buddy in a game here. Number 9 steps in. Peyton's at first. Big lead. Reasonable lead with 2 outs. Peyton's going to advance to second base on a pass ball by the catcher. 1 ball, no strikes. One ball, 1 strike. Bell walked in the first time up in this game. And they did a back pick with runners on first and second. Got him at first for the first out. I mean, the last out of that inning. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs here. Peyton Tatum on second base. Tatum takes off to third, and he's going to be there. Clean steal by Tatum. 2 balls and 1 strike. (3-1). This is a count that Bell is waiting on, I guess. Three balls, 2 strikes here. I think Bell's got to watch out for the third to first play. Probably would send him here, though, with 2 outs. And he's gone from first base. And he's going to be there standing up. They let the ball go through, but Bell steals second base. Now Brent's got 2 runners on. A base hit's going to score both of them. Pitch is elevated, 2-1. We're in the bottom of the third. It's 5-0 here. 6-0. Mustangs have pushed across 5 runs in this inning. The new pitcher comes up now for Colleyville, number 11, Cash Lyle, batting. Ryan Williams on the hill. Been in command. Let's see if we can ride with a little bit of ambient sound now. Wind's died down slightly. Well, it doesn't sound like we can get too much of it. I guess I'm just going to have to give me some kind of wind gear. Three-two the count now. Fouls it back. Ground ball to the third baseman Schreier. He picks it up, throws over to first. Kubo fields the ball, and they get the first out of the inning. Kubo comes up and slings it to Brent Lee, who throws it to Tatum around to Schreier, and they get it back to Ryan Williams so he can do it again. One gone here in the top of the fourth. Well, that's a pitcher's pitch right there. You know what we like to call that, the front knee fastball. Grabs the plate on the front knee, ends up on the shins on the backside. We hope you'll join us again on Friday night as we have there's a ground ball to Schreier again. He comes up, he fires a strike over to Kubo, who slings it to lead to Tatum and back to Schreier. Get it over to Williams and do it again. What a pitch. That first pitch, curveball, is a knee buckler. And now if you throw that for a strike, the batter doesn't, the batter can't guess. There is no count where the batter can put a higher percentage in his mind on what pitch might be thrown. Not when the first pitch of the series is breaking pitch thrown for a strike. So it's just a mind-boggling situation when you're a hitter. 1 ball, 2 strikes. You can't eliminate any pitch on any count when you see a first pitch curveball strike. I mean, even on 3-1, on 3-1 in that series, you got to think, well, he might come with a curveball again. So now it's 2-2. There's a fastball. Ball's hit foul in first base direction. Two balls, 2 strikes now. Strike 3, breaking pitch. Sammy wants to throw it down to third. And he did, but there were already 3 outs. No need to, Sammy. New pitcher for Colleyville on the mound, number 2, Carson Ward. Number 19, Brady Lane at the plate now for the Mustangs. Swings at the first pitch, hits the stake at shortstop, who comes up and fields it, throws over to Noah J at first base, and they got an out. One ball, one strike now on Ryan Williams. Chance to help his own cause here. Start another rally. That ball's up 2-1. Ryan rips one to left, and it's going to be ball's down. That'll be an E on the left fielder. Ryan's going to go ahead and take second base. Great base running by Ryan.
Now batting, Grapevine, the catcher, number 16, Sammy Kelly.
Sammy Kelly steps in. Oh, he drills one down to center field. Great catch by the center fielder, and they're going to double up Ryan at second base. And that'll be it for the inning. Great play by the center fielder that time. Came in on that line drive, made the play, got up, threw it to second base. Ryan was taken off, thought it was a line drive down. And the Mustangs get doubled up. We'll go to the top of the 5th. Mustangs in control, 6-0. Well, they've thrown the ball to second base, and you know what time it is. It's time for live baseball. Noah J leading off the inning for the Panthers. Ryan hits the strike zone and hits it again. Oof. The ball must have been off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. The board here hasn't even updated yet because they didn't know what that pitch was called. Oh, what a breaker. Fantastic pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Noah J, the first baseman for the Panthers. He was warming up in the pen here. Ball's down. Sammy steps inside, slings it down to Kubo at first base, who throws it to Lee, over to Tatum, over to Schreier, and back to Williams so they can do it again. Gianni Prisha batting. Impressed with his hands in the few at-bats here today. That one got by him. Ryan Williams delivering the mail on that pitch. Sammy behind the dish, framing it. Give me a mic check out there. Sound okay? Ball hit hard in the hole. Brent Lee gets it. He's going to come up and throw to first base. But Giovanni's going to beat it down the line. Just a great job by Brent Lee to dive to his backhand. And Prisha's at first base. I didn't get the number of the guy batting. First pitch is a ball. Sammy held the mitt there, wanted to get that call. 1 ball, no strikes for the Mustangs freshmen, who are in control here in this game so far. We're in the top of the 5th, and it's 6-0. But behind in the count now, 2 balls, no strikes. There's a good pitch by Rhino. 2 balls and 1 strike. Prisha's at first base. 1 out in the half inning. Or 1 out in the inning so far. Elevated fastball. That ball's fouled over here toward the Tradio truck. And it hits a light pole and saves us. Top of the 5th. Prisha modest lead at first base. There's a drill shot over to left field. That's going to be over Tiger's head all the way to the fence. The runner held up to see if it was caught. He's going to have a play at third base. Wow. Okay. Great job of base running, actually. That's a double. Carson Ward, the batter now. It's a great shot. I think that's the same kid that's playing center field. Hit it over Tiger's head and left. Panthers have something going here in the top of the 5th. Runners on second and third with 1 out. And there's a pitch delivered right over the inside corner for strike 1. It's down and in for strike 2. Got to be able to block the ball. The ball's going to be in the dirt, I would think. Curveball outside and low. Feedback from the audience. Feedback from the audience. One ball, one strike here. We're in the top of the fifth. Freshman Mustangs up 6-0 in game 2 against Panthers. Ryan Williams on the hill. He's ahead in the count. One ball, two strikes. And this is the pitcher number 2, Ward, batting. Wow, looked like one of those front knee pitches. Didn't get the call from the umpires here. 3-2 is the count. Runners on second and third. They shouldn't be going anywhere on the pitch. If they do, time to pick them off. 2 outs. Fouled at the plate by Ward. He stays alive. Looking for an opportunity to get a barrel on the ball. Bases are full of Panthers now. Austin De Rosario at the plate. Great pitch. That was a pitcher's pitch. Started out in the zone and broke down. I've got 1 ball, 2 strikes on my board. The scoreboard here says 0-2, but I think Tradio truck is accurate. Okay, here comes a runner from third on a pass ball, and he will score to give the Panthers their first run of the day. Ground ball to the first baseman. He'll take him himself. Kubo, step on the bag. 1 run by the Panthers. They push across a run to break the 0 stalemate. 6-1 is your score. We're going to the bottom of the the bottom of the fifth. The Mustangs put together another 5-run inning. This is going to be a short-lived ball game. Okay, they've thrown the baseball down to second base, and you know what time it is. It's time for live baseball. Tyga's leading off for the Mustangs this inning, number 23, playing left field. There's a hard hit ball to the third baseman. Not sure if he knows how fast Tyga is. Tyga makes a routine play, a one-step out at first base.
Played for Grapevine, third baseman, 22. Schreier.
Number 22, Luke Schreier at the plate now. For the Mustangs, first pitch is a strike. Wind is really picking up over here now. Blowing quite briskly out to right field. There's a ball hit to Bauer at third again. He comes up and nonchalantly throws it over to first base and gets Schreier out by several steps. Nice and smooth on that play, Trent. Here's Kubo hitting for the Mustangs. I think Kubo's got 2 on him now. The board says 2-1. I've got 2-2. We'll see where we stand in terms of paying attention to the game. Actually, I don't want to put myself in that predicament. Three balls, two strikes now to Kubo. Well, we'll never know who's right on the count because that foul ball means everybody's right now. It's 3-2. Ooh, that was a close play at first. Kubo hustles down. But they get the call at first base. The defense does, and the Panthers hold the Mustangs in the bottom of the fifth to 0 runs. We're going to the top of the sixth. Your score, Grapevine Mustangs freshman 6, Panther freshman 1. Dason Hill on the mound now for the Mustangs. Cash Lyle coming up to hit for the Panthers. We're in the top of the sixth inning live from the corral at Grapevine High School, where the Mustangs are running wild, the Mustang freshmen today. Game one, they scored 11 runs. Took down the Panthers 11-1. So far in game two, it's been all Mustangs as well. The score is 6-1, and we're in the top of the sixth. Ryan Wims with another fantastic outing. Luke Pajaj went the distance in game one. Ryan pitched 5 complete here in game two. Now the save specialist, Dason Hill, is in there. Three balls, no strikes. Dason throws it right down Peachtree. I guess right down the tollway. I don't know what we should use over here in Dallas, but Cash is battling with a 3-2 count. Like we talked about on the varsity, all these kids, oh, that's a rip to right center. I don't know who's going to cut that off. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Brady Lane gets it. And they hit the cutoff man, and that is a clean double for Cash Lau. Ah, okay. Right down Main Street. I'm getting all kinds of feedback on my commentary. That's what you get for giving out your cell phone. Number 2, Hunter Golden checks in to run at second base. The batter now for the Panthers, Chase Gaynor. Chase, another guy that played with several of the kids out here in travel ball and select baseball. All these guys know each other. Jason ahead in the count now, 0-2. Got a runner on second base. Nobody out here. We're in the top of the 6th. Mustang freshmen are in command. There's a ball that's going to be a tough play. Don't know about that one. That's a tough call that went against Chase. Chase, you get a chance to look at it on the broadcast later on. Just check us out on YouTube. See what you think. I didn't have the replay running. We are really getting some serious wind now. Nice block back there. Who's behind the plate right now? Is that, I think it's still Sammy back there. One ball, one strike, one out here in the top of the 6th. Two balls, one strike. Dason comes set, throws the plate. Wow. Three one. I think this might be Trent Bauer hitting. I'm not sure. It's not a guy you want to pitch from behind the count to. Took a shot at the Tradio truck. 3 balls, 2 strikes. We were watching for it. Next time I'm bringing my baseball glove. 3-2, 1 out. Ball's outside. Batter walks. Right down Main Street. I guess I'll move away from the reference to Peachtree Street. Somebody is sharpening their spikes as they run to get the foul ball. Folks, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. There's no cost for doing so. There's no cost for you to watch this game today. But it does help me out if you subscribe to the channel. So take the time to do a search for Tradio after the game and subscribe. Or as you're watching the game, there should be an option right below your screen. So they get into a rundown here. And the wrong out got taken, and somehow the Mustangs end up getting the lead runner out. And there's a runner now on second. Well, Dason did a great job. What he did is he stepped off the back of the rubber. That early break move is something that's supposed to generate a balk on a left-hander. And all he did was step off the back on the early break. Fantastic job of... There's a called strike. Just like last night, a lot of passion on the field in these games. Doesn't matter what age group is playing. Doesn't matter if it's freshman, JV, or varsity. Anytime you got Mustangs and Panthers on the same field, there's going to be action. No different today. 1 ball, 1 strike. Just off. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Going to try the ambient mic, see if we can't. Dang. Every time I try to, I think it must be something on the fence that's rattling. Strike 3. Swung right through it. Dason Hill gets out of the inning. No runs allowed. Mustangs have a 6-1 lead. They're headed to the bottom of the 6th. Payne Tatum steps in. Peyton Tatum steps in for the Mustangs, playing second base today. Swings at the first pitch. And the bottom drops out on it. Number 2. Opening with an off-speed pitch to Peyton. Looks like he's going to do a heavy dose of that, too. Number 2, keeping the ball down. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Peyton is being patient. He's pushed the count to 3-2. I think number 2 is Karsten Ward. Ward's got to come to Peyton here, but he opened up with a breaking pitch, first pitch, and he threw another breaking pitch for the money pitch. Mustang center fielder steps up. No balls, no strikes. He should be looking for that breaker here. One ball, no strikes on Connor Bell, number 9, the center fielder. Bell fouls out.
Now batting for Grapevine, shortstop. Lee.
Ground ball to the third baseman. He gobbles it up and throws over to first. Great play that time by Trent Bauer at third base. And the Mustangs are held scoreless here in the bottom of the 6th. But with a 5-run lead, they're looking to close this out in the top of 7th. We go to the top of 7th. Grapevine 6, Colleyville Panthers 1. Oh, I guess this game's a final. 6-inning final. I guess they're only playing 6 because it was a doubleheader. Okay, this final. Well, we enjoyed covering it today for you. Today's game has been a production of Tradio. We look forward to seeing you again on another broadcast. You can join us on Friday night, the same channel, where we'll cover the Grapevine varsity versus the Colleyville Heritage varsity. First pitch for that is 7:30. We'll try to go live about 7:10 p.m. with a little bit of pregame action. I'm Trey, signing off for myself and Elliot. We'll see you on Friday night.